What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wakefield FC Road to Glory. We are currently in the Premier League, which is like unreal job well done. But there's still work to do. We're currently sitting in 11th place, but we are only 4 points clear of the relegation zone. So let's go ahead and take a look at the league table now. So as we can see here, we are currently in 11th position with 23 points. At first glance, 11th looks great, but when you look how close the lower half of the league table is, 23 is not that great. We're only 4 points clear of 18th place Wolves. Let me go ahead and remove my camera there for 1 second. And there you see it. Arsenal are currently bottom of the table with 0 wins. So you have to be wary of that. I mean, even though we are 11 points clear of them, it's Arsenal. You think they're going to turn it around at some point, but this would be a wild scene to see if Arsenal were relegated. But that's not our focus. Our focus is keeping Wakefield FC in the Premier League. Taking a look at the team that has got us to this position so far this season. Affeline still at left wing, Ollie Burke in the center. McAtee has come in as the center attacking midfielder after we saw the sale of Nilos Kaya in last episode. It was tough to see him go, but at the same time, he had apparently hit his ceiling at 76 overall. So we've shipped him out, and McAtee has taken over and done pretty well. Bradley's up to 78. We saw the main man of Shalaba. He was our big signing in the summer window. He's slots next to Tyrone Mings, and they've been pretty strong in defense so far. Rogers looks like he's taken over as the keeper from Nyland. And the only little bit of tough news is Marek has already put in a transfer request just months into his Wakefield career. So that's the only negative stemming from the last transfer window. And now we're going to go ahead and, before we look at our transfers, actually, we're going to go ahead and send out our scout for the first time this season. So we'll go ahead and send Peter Skinner. We'll set up a network here. We are going to go send him to, let's go send him to Belgium and see how that, how he does there. We'll send him out for 6 months. And hopefully get something back. Benjamin Baker, I sent him to Canada, I think, a couple seasons ago, last season. And it didn't go well, so we're just going to go with Peter Skinner for now. Now we'll go take a look at the transfers we'll be bringing in this season. So the only transfer that we'll be making this January window, we'll be bringing in winger Marley Ake from Juventus. So hope to bolster the attacking ranks at Wakefield FC. So with just that little bit of business being done in the January window, the Ake will go on the bench for now, but I can see him slotting in maybe ahead of Affeline, but Affeline can also play center attacking midfielder, so he can split time with both Ake and McAtee, and hopefully everyone will be happy with their playing time in that sense. No one is going out. I'm waiting for a marriage offer, but he's submitted his transfer request about a month and a bit ago and still haven't received anything from him. And with the arrival of Ake, I've put Cabral on the loan list to see if anyone bites on him. But at the moment, we haven't got anything. So yeah, it looks like this is how the team will be going forward. I mean, I don't have too much funds left over. I only had the 32 million pounds, even though I made it to the Premier League, which is a bit low in my opinion. But still, we got Ake in, and hopefully he'll play a big part in keeping us in the Premier League. So now we'll go ahead and check the calendar, and we got some work to do. So Crystal Palace will be up first. Leicester, I'm going to send this whole month because it's a whole bunch of teams we've already played, I believe. Even though that Leicester one, or maybe I'll start at Leicester. We'll see, because that Leicester game could be pretty important. Then on to February, where it's Tottenham, Southampton, Manchester United, and then the struggling Arsenal. March is the 3 games of Newcastle, Brentford, and Everton. April, we see Manchester City's a big game there. And in May, we end the season against Chelsea and Liverpool, and that Wolves game, if the things stay as they do right now, will be very important as well. So May could be a very, very deciding month for Wakefield. So without any further ado, let's jump into those highlights and let's try to survive. So jumping into the highlights, the first game would be against Leicester City. And this highlight package is all about Theo Rogers. He made multiple big saves in this game, including this one on Farias, who's all by himself, and Rogers makes a huge save. And here, in just over the hour mark, another big save by Rogers, earning Wakefield FC 1 point on the road. Next up would be lowly Arsenal, who's visiting Wakefield, but they've been able to turn around their season. And this one would come down to a penalty that Saka would put by Rogers to give Arsenal the 1-0 lead at the time and the 1-0 win in the end. Next up would be a game against Everton away at Goodison Park. And again, Wakefield would fail to score a goal, but this time Rogers would make a save on a penalty and again earn himself another clean sheet and basically carrying Wakefield on his back with another 0-0 draw. Another tough test for Wakefield would see Manchester City coming to Wakefield Park. And great news for Wakefield as Afolayan would get by his defender and score past Ederson to make it 1-0 Wakefield. The goal drought is finally over. Unfortunately for Wakefield, they were playing City, who have tons of firepower, and Erling Haaland would make it 1-1. And then he would, in the 71st, would drop for Rodrigo, who puts it by Rogers to make it 2-1, and that's how that one would end. With the season winding down, Wakefield really needs some results, and when they traveled to Ellen Road, it was Ollie Burke, who scores it was in on goal, makes it 1-0 Wakefield, and Wakefield were able to hold on and keep the clean sheet and earn a very valuable 3 points. Lastly here, a very, very important game against Wolves, and the lone highlight would be Ollie Burke being played in all by himself, and again makes no mistake, and may have just saved the season for Wakefield. There would be one last chance for Wolves, but again, Rogers obviously makes a big save like he has been doing all highlight package, and this is a massive win for Wakefield. So as you can see by the results, we just escaped relegation. That last game of the highlight package against Wolves was extremely vital, because if we don't get those extra 2 points there, A, Wolves are ahead of us, but then B, we are tied on points with Brentford, and we would have gone down due to goal differential. So we did keep a lot of clean sheets, but at the same time, there were a couple of games where we just got absolutely battered. There was a couple that were 4-1, 5-1s, and I'm talking like, I think there was at least 5 games that was 4-1 or worse. So we definitely got to work on that. The 38 goals scored is definitely one of the worst. Yeah, it's tied with Brentford for the worst, actually. Even last place Southampton scored more than us. So there will be issues to fix in the next season in the Premier League. Hopefully the board gives us more money, because we definitely need to add to the ranks, which we actually will do right now with the pre-contract signing of a player. Let's go check out who that is. So there's no cut scene for it, which I thought there would be, so that's on me. But we did sign Sergi Canos from already relegated Brentford. He's someone who can play in multiple positions, so either the wings or center attacking midfielder, just to add to the depths. I needed to take advantage of it. We lost our chance at it last season by me forgetting, but yeah, so just adding more depth to the team is necessary at this point. So yeah, let's go now take a look at the stats for the season. So we'll take a look here. Theo Rogers finished with 11 clean sheets in 31 games, and there were still 60-something goals scored. So I'm very happy with that for an 18-year-old in his first season in the Premier League. He also went up 4 overall points, so that's fantastic. Leading the way in goals was, of course, Ollie Burke. Absolutely massive in those last 2 games that we saw in the highlight package, getting both goals. So he finishes with 14 goals in the Premier League. Dapo Afolayan and Matty Longstaff both chip in with 8 goal contributions. McAtee had 3, and leading the way in assist was Connor Bradley, who tacked on a couple since midway mark. And yeah, so this was just enough to see us through to stay up in the Premier League. But we'll see if the board is happy. It's the first time we haven't, I think, accomplished all of them, honestly. So we'll go take a look at that now. So youth development, I sent our scouts out and they haven't come back with anything, really. So that's tough. 2 of the 4 are already playing, so that's good, I think. Oh no, I'm not sure if they're going to count Rogers, but in any case, Rogers definitely played enough games. Lima played enough games, so that's for sure, but we'll have to see. That's probably going to be a fail for next season. Brand exposure, we signed the 1 young player, and we definitely could not keep 5 clean sheets in a row, so that was tough. We're going to fail that. Domestic success, avoid relegations, fantastic. And FA Cup, this is the first time, I believe, maybe since season 1 when we were in League 2 that we didn't reach at least the round of 16. So that's unfortunate. And then the long-term success or the long-term profit, I'm not sure. Maybe if we sell one of the guys on loan when they get back next season, we'll see. But I think we should be having some more depth come back. So you know what we're gonna do now is we're gonna jump back to the squad hub and check out how those guys did on loan. So we'll just go ahead and search by age. So that should get us all the guys on loan. Well, Pedro Lima went up 5 overall points. That's great. Schneider went up 3, so he's at 75 now, which is good. Whoa, Cabral went up 5, and so did Wilkinson. This is fantastic. Both those guys would be pushing to start when they get back next season, so that's really good. And Saidu Abraham's gone up another 2, so yeah, there was one more out on loan, I think. Oh yeah, 2 more. So Luke Kundal hasn't gone up at all, and neither has Jacob Green. So maybe it's time that those 2 have moved on. But yeah, that'll be good for when those guys come back. That'll especially these 2, which is phenomenal. So yeah, so I'm really happy with the development of the team so far, and we accomplished main goal of staying in the Premier League. So that's definitely what matters. So that is what we're going to call it on this episode. If you haven't already, please leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot. Leave a comment down below of what you want to see going forward from this Wakefield FC road to glory. We're almost there. We made it to the Premier League, but we have yet to make it to Europe yet. So I'm not sure if we'll accomplish that next season, but that's always the goal. And yeah, so again, thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next episode coming soon.